3-hour exam. You have 3 hours to take it, meaning at 3 hours, we're done. We're rolling out of there. This is not like a quiz or test for me where I'll stay till whenever so you can finish. 3 hours, we're done. I'm talking 3 hours for, I always forget this, I have to look at it, 35 questions. Okay, 3 hours, 35 questions. If you are satisfied that you did a decent job and you want to get out of there, you can leave after 2. All right, you can leave after 2. That's up to you if you feel satisfied that you're done, but you have to stay a minimum of 2 hours. There's a part 1. If you open up your Regents exam right now, you'll see 24 part 1 questions, aka multiple choice. Those are all done on a bubble sheet. Okay, you can do whatever work you can want right in there. Everyone see all the white space and stuff. We don't look at that when we grade it. That's all for you, but you will bubble it. Your answer's on a bubble sheet for part 1. And then you get to pass the multiple choice, and now you go into the free response, which is part 2. All right, these part 2s are worth 2 points apiece. And I made a note here. You can't really see it, but believe it or not, most of the year when I correct your tests and quizzes, I have a little bit of a heart that grows. Believe it or not. Some of you probably have seen I take half points off. Like you added 14 and 8 and got 21, but it was supposed to be 22. I'm only going to take a half point. There's no reason to take a full point. Regents exam, no, we take full points only. Okay, Regents exam takes, so if you do add 14 and 8 and get 23, you're unfortunately going to get a full point off. All right, so keep that in mind. There's no half points on this Regents exam. And then you do have a part 3. A part 3, which I believe are 4 points apiece. These questions are a little bit more involved. They require showing more work. And then you got the big dog at the end. Part 4, 1 question, 6 points. Typically in the past, yes, it's been a proof. It doesn't have to be, though. Okay, so the last question is part 4, number 35. It's 6 points. Historically, it's been a proof, but there have been certain regencies where it has not been a proof. It's been something else. So do I want to say it's going to be a proof? Nope, because I might be lying to you. All right, so there's the exam. 3 hours to take it, 2 hours. You can leave after 2. What else do I have for you here? Here's something you're not going to like. A lot of kids don't like this when I tell them this. The Regents has to be done in pen. Except for if you're doing a graph or a construction, that can be done on pencil. Your bubble sheet for part 1, pen. Part 2, 3, and 4, if it's not a construction or graph, got to be in pen. And if you're asking why can't it be in pencil? It's a security issue. Believe it or not, I guess New York State thinks that after I collect your test, and if you did a question, especially a part 2 or 3 or 4 in pencil, and I see that it's wrong, I can go and erase it and write over it and write in the new work. Not that I would ever do that for any of you, no matter how much I like you or dislike you, I would never do that, put my career on the line like that, but that's why. Okay, everything's in pen. Suggestion when we get to actual Regents exam day, if you're worried about making a mistake in pen, either A, bring erasable pens, or 2, do it all in pencil. Do it all in pencil, but before you're ready to hand it to me, go over in pen. Okay, that's my suggestion if you're worried about making a mistake. Because I can only give you, the one you have sitting in front of you, test day, is the only one I can give you. If you make a mistake and it looks like hot garbage, you got cross outs and everything because you used pen and didn't listen to me and didn't want to do pencil and write over it, I can't give you a new exam. That's it. Okay, that's it. No new exams. All good? Formula sheet we've been using all year. You get that. You'll have access to that. Same formula sheet. Please don't ask me, is this going to be on it? Is this going to be on it? Should I study this? Should I study this? I do not know the questions until literally 2 minutes before you guys walk in, and I'm putting it on your desk. I have no advanced knowledge of any of the questions. None. I have no idea what's going to be on there as far as the questions go. All right. And then final thing, don't get a big head and an ego here. In honors doesn't equal automatic success. Every student in Bethlehem High School taking geometry, whatever level, will take this Regents. All right, so, it's got to be easy because the kids that are lower than us have to. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. All right, it's going to be tough. Plus, remember, have you taken a Regents yet? So let's add that onto it as well. All right, and it's a full year worth of material. Wait till we go over some of those questions and you'll see, well, we haven't done that in a while and it's on there. All right. A couple other things. Your handwriting. All right. I have suffered through a lot with some of you this year, and I don't mind it one bit because it's my job, but I am not correcting your Regents. I am not allowed to. Other teachers will be looking at your handwriting. All right. So if you're doing a problem and it's all over the place, we can't follow a thing, you're already off on a bad foot with whatever teacher's correcting that. Okay, highly unlikely that they're going to take the time. Oh, you meant that and that and that. I don't think so. All right, so please watch your handwriting. I'm not doing a thing. Abbreviations. Anything we've used this year is fair game, but if you start making up your own, I'm not vouching for you. Okay, right angle, CPCTC, CSSTP, definition, all that stuff we've written in proofs together. That's fair game. Okay, you start doing your own stuff, hieroglyphics, I can't help you. Anything you want to ask? Yep, go ahead, Saran.
Can you use like the arrow for saying implies?
Yeah, that's fine. Anything we've used. All right, I wouldn't have used it with you if I knew it wasn't going to fly on the Regents. Finally, this Regents is not worth 100 points if you go through and calculate it all. It's worth 80. Okay, it's worth 80 points. So here's what happens. All the teachers correct the exams that aren't theirs, and then we send it back to New York State, and they create what's called a conversion chart. Okay, here's the conversion chart for the test that's in front of you right now. All right, so obviously, yes, you get an 80, you get 100. All right, but if you take a look, I don't know, anybody, Tammy, do me a favor, do 64 out of 80 for me right now. 64 out of 80, you should be getting a what? 80?
Yeah.
But you get an 86 instead, and this is what goes on your transcript. You can call it a curve if you want. I guess it benefits everybody, but that's what happens. Okay, that's what happens. My expectations for an honors level class is the same as your current class average, which we should be getting in the 90s. On this, somewhere, that's my goal, somewhere in the 90s. Have I had kids get in the 60s and almost fail? Yeah. Yeah, they're just lazy. All right, they don't want to put any work in, and they didn't put any work in all year, so that's what happens. All right. Any questions? If you want to do well, my only suggestion to you is take your time on the multiple choice. Take your time on the multiple choice. Do you know how many points each multiple choice is? 2. 2 points apiece. So let's say you get 5 wrong. So now you got 10 points off. Now you're down to a 90 already, and you haven't even done parts 2, 3, and 4. So that's why I'm saying, those points add up quickly, and that score drops pretty quickly as you move on. So take your time on the multiple choice. All right, take your time on the multiple choice. If you want real success, that's where it is, on the multiple choice section. Anything I can answer for you guys before we start doing some random problems here and see how much we really know from the air, huh? This is just a taste I'm giving you today. We had a free day. I didn't want to start Unit 11 until the Monday we got back. So 2 more units left as well. 2 more. Anything you guys want to ask, feel free. Anything before we start? All right, what do you say? Let's see. Now, will we be able to answer every single question? No. There's a handful of questions from Unit 11 and 12 in there. So I may pick a number right now, and we're not going to be able to do it because we haven't done the unit yet, and we'll just skip over it. All right, you ready to show off? Let's see what we got. And this Regents you have is the very last one that was given before all the COVID pandemic stuff hit. January 2020 was the last time the Regents was offered. All right, let's do this. There I am. Questions 1 through 35. 18. Let's see what 18 has to offer, everybody. We're going to do this as a big group here. The only numbers I'm going to call on are for the problems. Can we do 18, number 1? Of course, I pick one we can't do yet because that's an area. Hey, just so you know, what's the area of the rhombus? You guys don't know that formula yet until we get back from break. So I'm not even going to bother introducing it. So great job, Mr. Carlino. First one we can't even do. Maybe, oh, going deep, 33. This is going to be a big one here. Part 3 already. Oh, boy. Good luck with this one. This is going to open your eyes to be like, oh, he's right. Just because I'm in honors doesn't mean squat. Look at that. Look at that diagram already. First of all, let's try to, before we even tackle this problem, let's try to figure out what it's going to involve first. All right. I'm starting to see 1.5, 1.3. I start reading through it. There's a term here. Angle of elevation. I see 56 degrees already in there for me. What's this probably going to involve for us somewhere in the problem? Go, what do you got? Go ahead. You guys don't have to whisper today. What do you got? SOHCAHTOA? Yeah. Sine, cosine, tangent. This is a sine, cosine, tangent problem. Yep. And we're in charge of the length of the ladder. Woo. All right. I got the length of the ladder. Everything seems to be labeled for me, which is nice. I don't have to label anything. All right, everyone see where the ladder is. Everyone see a ladder that is part of a triangle. Everyone see the triangle? The ladder is a full-sided. Can we see that? Do we see that? What type of triangle is it? Isn't it a right triangle? If you don't see it right now, let me highlight it for you. Everyone see that one? I have a right triangle right there. Ooh, I already know 1.3, and I'm going to be looking for the hypotenuse there. Ooh, if I had another side or an angle, maybe I could do Pythag too, right? If I knew how tall the tree was, I could do Pythag maybe. All right, we'll get back to that. Any thoughts before we get going? Because I'm also, this 56 isn't in this triangle. It's in this right triangle. So can I start this problem by using that right triangle first to find maybe something I'll need for the big one? Got thoughts, Tammy?
Yeah. The side like on the treehouse kind of.
So you want to find that side right there first. Wait, I like it because if I could find that side, the David here is 1.5 meters tall, and don't I have this leg of the big right triangle now, and I could do Pythag. Everyone see our plan right now? Find x, add it to 1.5. You'll have one leg of the right triangle, 1.3, and I can do Pythag to find the ladder. Good work. How do I find that side? How do I find that side of the treehouse? I got the 56. X, opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse? Opposite. I don't have another side. Or do I? Mahmood? There you go. 1.3 is this one as well. The distance from David to the treehouse. And what is that 1.3? I already have opposite down. Is it the hypotenuse or adjacent? This is adjacent. So what am I going to use to find x if I have O and A? TOA. T in TOA stands for tangent. Thank you. Ooh, you guys remember how to set that up? Tangent. Help. 56 equals opposite, which we labeled as x over adjacent, 1.3. Quickly, make sure your calculator's in degree mode. I don't know what you've been doing with it since we've been in degree mode, but make sure it's in degree mode, and I'll remind you of that at the exam as well, that it's in degree mode. Tan 56 times 1.3. I have a number staring in my face right now. What am I not doing to this number? What do I not want to do with this number? Because I'm not done with the problem. Come on. Round. Don't round it. Correct. Bless you. So that's the piece of the treehouse there. And we said we wanted to add it to 1.5, David's height. Plus 1.5, 3.4 27329,259. How's that look? Copy that right? Yep. That's done. All right, now go to the second part of this problem. Do I have to use sine, cosine, tangent again, or can I use Pythag on the big triangle to find the ladder? I'm going to have to use Pythag because I don't even have an angle in the big triangle. So I'm going to have to use Pythag. A squared, B squared equals C squared. I'll just draw an arrow, and you can do this too. This is fine. If you don't want to rewrite the full decimal, squared. And what do you got? 1.3 squared. And then take the square root. Whew. Round to the nearest tenth of a meter. What do you guys have? 3 point? No, nobody's got 3 point? Or just me? 3.7 meters. No wonder it was 4 points, huh? How do you feel about that? First one done. It's nice when we do it together, but could we do it on our own, right? Any issues before I pick another one? Everyone's hoping it's that proof, huh? Ooh, 26, part 2. Oh, jeez. This should be a free 2 points. For you guys, the Regents is basically like, here's free, here, I'm just throwing you 2 points. You're welcome with this question. A free 2 points. Come on now. How are we doing this one? What category would this fall under? What unit? Anything. Give me something here. Where does this fall under? Griff, thank you. SOHCAHTOA again. I got a right angle. Not doing Pythag. I don't have enough information. It's a right triangle. I got the opposite side, and now I have looking for the hypotenuse. I guess we said SOHCAHTOA, Griff. I guess if you wanted to go hardcore on whoever was correcting it, we could do law of sines here. We could do law of sines. Yep. That would be hardcore impressive. O and H, what are we using? Sine, yep, not sin, sine. Sine of 38. Opposite side is 24.5 or 24.5 over x. And that is how much room you're going to get on the actual test, what you have on your, how much blank space you have right now. All right. How do you solve this, by the way? I should have went over that last problem. How do we solve this?
I mean, you can divide out the side, or like you can cross multiply.
Yeah, let's start there because that's over 1, so I can cross multiply.
And then you can divide out the sine 38.
Yep.
And just get x on. So.
Divide both sides by sine 38, just not 38. I have no idea what that is. What's it round into here? Nearest inch? 39, 40? 40 inches.
Honestly,
Yeah, go ahead.
I know this is going back.
Yep.
But, the first question that you pulled out, number 18.
Yep.
Couldn't we have solved that by like, because it was a kite, and we could have divided
Rhombus.
Or was it a rhombus? Could we have divided it into two triangles? And
Do you know the formula for area of a triangle now? That's the thing.
I mean, I
So
think so.
we could have, yeah. We could have. Yeah. My concern would be, does everyone know area of a triangle now? Yeah. All right, everyone all good? So 2 SOHCAHTOA problems, huh? In a row already? Ooh, 2s. Our favorite unit. Real quickly, what unit is this from? Transformations, yes, transformations. All right, so we're taking point R, 90 degrees clockwise, followed by a reflection over the x-axis. What quadrant am I in? I guess we got to figure out what quadrants are, huh? And how they're labeled. Real quickly, where's quadrant 1?
On the top right.
Top right. Just don't go diagonal.
Top left.
It's like how you rotate. You always rotate counterclockwise when it's positive, right? Same thing for the quadrants. All right, so here we go. I'm at point R. Rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. Think about a clock route. Clockwise, what quadrant is it in now? R is where after 90 degrees clockwise? Quadrant 4. Everyone agree? It's in quadrant 4. And then I reflect it over the x-axis, and where do we end up again? Quadrant. We're back at quadrant 1, aren't we? After I reflect it over the x-axis again. So are some good? I don't know. I felt like that was an easy one. Are some going to be very, very easy? Yes. Are some going to make you stop for about 5 minutes and think? Yes. Please. I walk up and down. We're either going to be in the gym or the cafeteria taking this all together, all the geometry students. And all I do is walk up and down the aisle, judging. No, I'm joking. I don't really look at what you're doing, but I see people just stay on one question for half an hour, 40 minutes. I'm like, move on. All right, come back to it. Because you guys get so stressed out and freaked out. Oh, how was the test? Oh my God, it was so hard. I did so bad. Because you couldn't get one multiple choice question, and all of a sudden it's the hardest thing in the world. All right, it's going to happen. Okay, some of these you'll fly by, like number 22. Some of them you'll be on there for a while. Don't get caught up. Don't get stressed out about it. All right, move on. Relax. Okay? When you guys walk into that exam, you're just going to be hungry beasts waiting for me to feed you this Regents exam. All right? Yes, you can bring water. I prefer eye black and sleeveless shirts. All right? Knowing you guys are ready. Bandanas, whatever you need to do. Get the earbuds or the earphones on before you walk in for your hype music, whatever. All right, because it's going to be on. Okay, there's no joke here with me coming to the Regents exam. All right. Do you guys even know who you have up front reviewing with you in the Regents exam? The same guy who reviewed with the entire New York State in 2010, a Regents review program on PBS. No? You don't know. You don't know who's been up here these last 3 quarters. The celebrity that's been up here.
You? What? I'm so confused.
It's been a while, so I'll put my name. Okay, now all my classes are up here now. Great. Okay. I'll just get to it right away. There's all the Twitters. No, okay, let's try this again. Okay, I'm just gonna go right to YouTube instead of Google. This is also what happens when you stay continuously logged onto YouTube at home and your daughters are waiting to go out to the bus. Yeah. Boom, there we go.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for about a week. So now I'm going to show you how I use Grammarly to edit. Okay, so here's my essay, and I'm going to click through.
Strives to improve teaching. New York State Teacher Centers, a source for teachers.
Not good. All right, everyone, hold on to your pencils, pens, and calculators as we rotate our Regents Wonder Wheel and initiate today's program. Good luck.
This guy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the review for the Geometry Regents exam. I'm your host, John Carlino. I'm a teacher at Bethlehem High School in Delmar, New York.
Why would you ever agree to
Today we'll be reviewing.
There was auditions and everything.
Why?
And then I go over problems that kids called in with.
Like, what is the
Converse.
So automatically you can eliminate 2 and 4.
There you go. Tips for success I had.
Do you ever become
Same thing.
confused on one?
Solve for what?
No.
Subtract the 1 over.
There you
Did
go.
they give you the material, like the tips for success, or did you come with that?
No, that's all me, and you'll be getting those tips as well.
Divide both sides by 3.
Oh, let's watch it.
You can do that on your own time.
Negative 5.
Parts.
This part.
And also let's we can laugh all we want here, and I understand you can joke about it, but can we talk 18K? 18K, can we talk about that right there? That's what I thought. Yes, 18K right there. All right, there you go. Oh, just wanted to say thanks for putting up these videos, and I hope you put up more. You really gave me awesome tricks to teach my students. Damn right I did. All right. It's literally 2017, and I'm watching this. Yeah, 2024. I'm vibing to just geometry review instead of watching my other geometry video by John Carlino. Yep. Doing literally last second review. There you go.
8 hours and I'm not ready.
Yep.
This is 3 hours long.
There we go. There's only 2 parts up here. I guess I didn't put parts 3 and 4 up. But yes, it's all up there. Transformations, compositions, I went over. Yep, it's all on there.
How many people showed up to the audition?
I don't know. I just had an audition time, and they're like, "We want that guy." New York State, everybody. New York State.
How old were you?
This one?
Yeah.
This was what, 2008?
Did you just go back?
So maybe like 27 here. So, yeah. There you go, kids. So you got the real deal for review here. Okay? You got the real deal up here. All right. That was fun. We're ready for another one. Any questions? Go ahead. Now you have all these questions now. Go ahead.
Can we like call it in school? We have a question.
I don't think so. Not answering phone calls anymore. All right. Anything else? We're good? So yeah, 18K views. Celebrity. 1. Woo. Usually they say this is the easiest one, right? The first one, no, not the case, even though this one's not that bad. Right away, this is going to involve parallel lines. Do we know what types of angles are formed, right? FAD, parallel to EHC. Let's write in the angles they give me. Angle FAB, 48. ECB, 18. And what are we looking for here? Angle ABC, this outside angle. All right, you tell me. Where can you put other angle measurements that you're sure about? Given 48 and 18, what else you got for me? Matt?
Alternate interior.
Good. Angle AHC is also 48. That's alternate interior. All right, you're getting me closer to my angle I need. Other angles you want to put in? Keep rolling, Matt.
The triangle adds up to 180.
Yep.
So subtract 48 and 18 from 180.
Got it. And that'll give me, I'm not even too sure. Anybody? That's 66. What is it? And you want to know why? Actually, don't even. This is I just did it. This is why the multiple choice is so challenging. They want you to fall into traps. You just told me that angle's 114. I'm not paying attention. I'm thinking, oh, I found something. And look what's there. 114. Circle me, circle me. All right, they want you to fall into that trap. Some of you guys fell into that trap, FYI, on one of the multiple choices yesterday too. But I'll hand that back later. I don't want to reveal anything to Paul back there. So, but adjacent to it will be 66. Read it carefully. They love for you to find X, but you need it to answer the problem, but X will be a multiple choice. Circle me, circle me. Some of you guys still mesmerized by the video. 17. Nope, another transformations. Bottom line, how do I get A, B, C, D, E onto the prime one, double prime one? Using these four choices, how do I get them on? Sure, I'll give you one of my tips right now. Doing well on the multiple choice, cross off one that's never going to work. Right now, if you had to guess, you'd have a 25% chance of guessing. Now make it into 33%. Look how A, B, C, D, E, and the double prime one look. There's definitely, I had to do what type of transformation? Definitely had to do a rotation, right, Paul? Definitely. So why in the world would I choose number 3 then, when it has 2 reflections? There's no way it's going to look like that, just reflecting it twice. I'm going to have to rotate it. Now it's a matter of how am I going to rotate it and which axes to flip it over. But I think they found it. Definitely got to rotate at 90 counterclockwise. It's just a matter of what do we do after that to make it onto the double prime one, right? So rotation of 90 counterclockwise, and then what do we have to do from there? Flip it over the x-axis, move it down 7, or first reflect it over the x-axis, then rotate it. Tammy?
I said 2.
7 units down after? Jonathan? We got 2 different responses here, right? All right, well, here's how I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to take a random point and do, actually not that random point because that's kind of halfway. Let me take point A right now. Point A is what? Over 2, up 2. Turn it. Turn it 90. Turn your paper physically. If we remember how to do that, turn your paper physically to the left. Where does that point end up? What, -2, +2? Right? Everyone agree? -2, +2, but it's got to go to A double prime. Jonathan, if I go over the x-axis, it does land on it, but it lands on E double prime, right? If I want to land on A double prime, I got to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. All right, so just that's a good point too. Make sure all the corresponding points match up. Questions? All right, I am not going to press my luck and get interrupted by the bell here, so that's yours. I'm sure we'll come back to it sooner or later. Don't lose it. Behave over break. Anybody have a long car ride? You now have 2 videos you can watch.
Technically 4 times.
Technically, but I don't know where 3. I have the. You guys are just gonna laugh. I have the DVD of it
I have a DVD.
at home. I just gotta find some time to upload parts 3 and 4.